Good afternoon, everybody. Tile number 414 today. It's Tuesday. It comes around ever so quickly, doesn't it? And what we're going to do, I'm going to start with one of the light tiles. Now, when I say light, it's not light in colour. They're just not as heavy as the original tiles or the regular tiles. It just depends, doesn't it? Sometimes you want something a bit lighter, especially if you're going to add it to a card and put it in the post. It just means that you're getting not as much weight. It's not going to cost you as much, but it's still 210 GSM, and so it's quite heavy to sort of work with. Really nice, smooth, but it's got a little bit of a tooth to it. Well, anyway, that's what I'm going to work with today. And being that it's red, I can use not only my black pen on it, but I can also bring in a white gel pen. Hence, then I'm going to bring in my white chalk pencil and my regular pencil. So I'm also going to need two tortillons, one for the graphite, as you can see, it's already been used, and one that's nice and clean, or you need to sand or file one off for the white pencil. Okay, so let's make a start. You can do it anyway. You can do it with all black pen, or you can do it all with white pen if you want to, whatever's comfortable for you. But I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to come in with my white gel pen. So as we know, when you're working with a gel pen, it's always a little bit dry on the end. So what I'm going to do is take it off a little bit. And you always want to make sure it's going to run. So it's always worth, you see, it just sort of needs a little bit of a kick start to get it going. And notice it takes a little bit longer to dry. Okay, so that's what you've got to be careful of. So here we go then. I'm going to make a start sort of in the middle. And it's never exact with me, is it, to be fair? I'm going to sort of put sort of head there. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to nice and slowly, I'm going to come out. You see? And I'm going to create kind of curve like this. It's part of a heart shape. Okay? And on this side, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it completely different. So it's like I really want to make a different sort of shape there. See, so it's a little bit fatter there, slightly more round there. All right, it's very, very tricky without the stencil to get a heart shape exactly right. So the way I see it is, if you do it completely different, it really means that you meant it, and you're not getting judged on whether it's right or not. So on the inside here, and again, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to go this way. But if you're right-handed, you might want to go this way. It really doesn't matter for this one. So I'm going to start on one side. Again, you can start there if you like. It doesn't matter. All right. Hello, Laura and Debbie. I'm sure there's other names. I'm sorry if I've missed your name. I don't always see it because I'm busy drawing. So, okay. So I don't want this swirl to be sort of too close together. But again, you know, take your time. And it's going to be slightly offset anyway. All right, let's bring it round. You see, we can imagine it going round again. And it's sort of going to come along here. Join in with that one. So it's quite a big swirl. Okay, it is February after all, isn't it? Okay, let's go in a little bit more now. You can see what I've done. So I'm going to put a bobble on the end and fill it in. And just going to join that there. You see, it's always when you see things real close up, you're not going to look that close at yours, but it's nice to sort of fill those bits in. And I'm going to sort of start here. I'm going to put a curve on a curved line, and a curved line, and I'm going to turn it round again, curve. So you see, sometimes it's easier to move cardstock than it is to actually move your pen. You're getting that muscle memory, and you're sort of following it around. You see? So these last few can go in there. So I'm not trying to match them up or anything, or balance them, just going round. I'm going to put another one in here actually. Okay. So let's take one at a time now. So let's look at this line I've just put in. I'm going to add an extra couple of lines real close, just to thicken it up a bit. So that's about 3-4 lines all together. And then See, going over the white again can be a bit tricky, so you've just got to keep it moving. Just want those a little bit thicker there. See? So, sort of, there you are. I'm going to go all the way around again. So you can do it this way, you can go with that first and then fill it in. But again, remember it's a gel pen, so it doesn't really like you going over it a couple of times. See, a bit scratchy there, look. I'd wait for it to dry. Then you can go back and do another. Get the idea. Let's do another one here, see? So it's a little bit thicker. So you can try different ways, whatever you feel works for you with a gel pen. See there, I've done little sort of sketchy lines as I've been going. And then this one, let's try it again with adding extra lines. Okay, you see that? They're all sort of pretty much the same sort of result really, aren't they? It's worth trying though, see what works for you. Yeah. Usually if it's lines like this, you know, it works a little bit better. Of course, if you're using your black fine liner pen, it might be for this you come in with your 05 and you use that thicker one just to get the lines going in. And then in we go with this one. Okay. And then this one. It kind of adds a little bit of weight, doesn't it, to that area. Okay, let's have a little look at that. Right, little curl going on in there. So I'm going to switch to my black pen. And let's go back in a bit. Oh, I'm just going to do that one there. I missed it. So you can start wherever. Start with one that you can sort of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put myself a line either side. Okay, so it's sort of almost sitting inside there. And then I'm going to put another one this side. And then another one this side. See? So if I do that on all of them, so again, look, put that line in there. And then another one close by. And one that side of it. And another close by. And of course, if you're using the same colour pen, you don't really need to put the one next to the white because it'll already be black. So that's all like to that side, look, to that side. And there, if I curve that one, because that's quite curved in the middle there. Let's do this one too. So remember, I've got that bobble going on there, so really I'm going to sort of split them off because that's my stripe. You see, and that's a little bobble. Join that up. So again, you'll notice that I'm not starting in the middle and working my way outwards. I'm drawing them in as they come, sort of working my way around. But if you want to, you can do that, that's fine. Let's do one here. And along. Right into this one. So each one sort of gets its own little bit of attention, really. And that one. And along we go with that. And that one. Into this one. And there. And then this one. Okay. So let's have a little look at that. So the black's made the difference there. So you've got something a bit sort of going on a bit different there. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my white pen now. And again, just want to make sure it works, I'm sure. And I'm going to follow, see this curve we've done here? I'm going to follow that curve. So I don't have to draw that again. I'm going to bring it round here. And I'm going to create a loop there, like so. And if I put another little loop inside, but I'm going to put like a little M at the top. Like that. Okay. I could put a little line in the middle, look, on the dot, if you can. So let's do the same. See here we've got a curve. I'm going to follow the curve of that line. And I'm going to put a loop in there. Again, take your time with it. Another loop with a little M on the top. And a line and a dot, if you can fit it in. Alright. So whilst I'm on this side, I've got a little gap here. I'm just going to come in a little bit. There you go. Now you see there where my black has gone over? Remove that bit there. So in this gap here, what I want to do is I'm going to follow it again, but instead of doing a loop, this time I'm just going to do sort of the elongated heart shape like this. Again, put a line and a dot. And then coming up from the same sort of shape there, another of those hearts, and then back down, a little loop, a line and a dot. And again, I'm going to come up and out here. So I'm sort of coming on this, the top corner now of that little heart shape. Okay, let's have a little look at that. So out to the top there, not too far out, a loop with a bobble on, and a loop. I'm going to go a little bit bigger with that one, see. Let's go around there with a bobble on. Okay. So I'm going to turn it round. I'll look at this loop here. And I want to put another one of those hearts then. There, like that. And again, a little line and a dot. So following it round. Just not going to do loads of these. Just going to do another one here. Okay. Let's fill those gaps in. A line like that. Let's have a look at it, you see? So if we turn it back upside down again, I'm going to draw one on the top. So I'm following this loop shape that I did to start with. One there, look. And then I'm going to get one in here. Across the top there. Okay, so if I turn it the right around, you see? So if you can, if you've got space, I'm going to bring in a little curl the bobble. And a little one up there as well. I didn't want to work for a minute there. Okay, let's have a little look. Okay, so far so good. So now let's have a look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come around with a line, sort of following the shape that I've created around the outside now. And I'm going to start with my white pen. So just take your time, keep it close, and follow the shape. So when I get to something, if it's like a sharp point or anything, I'm going to round it off a little bit. You see? Just round it off. And down there. And along. You see how it's quite close, so just take your time with it. Take your time with it. And then when I come to this bit here, I'm going to go around the shape. Follow it if I can. And around, see? Coming that up bottom. And then along this one here. You see how I'm just going around. Not worried about the shape particularly. We're all going to have a different shape there now. Because of course your hearts are going to look a little bit different to mine, and your original heart shape will have been drawn in a different place as well. So you're just sort of gently encouraging that white pen to work its way around. See? Okay. And in there, joining that side. Okay. So I'm going to switch to my black pen now. I'm still looking, I might actually come and put another white line in here. I'm thinking about that. And round we go. To sort of keep it going around. And then we go. Along. Okay. So it's definitely there. So at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my ruler in. And I want to sort of split it off a bit. Now, I'm not going to go complete middle. I'm going to sort of go, there's middle C. I'm going to come this way a little bit. And I'm going to put myself a line in. Now, not right to the top of each one. Let's have a look at that. You see, look, a little bit there. It's leaving a gap. A little bit there, leaving a gap. Because what I want to do here is, oh, sorry, not my camera a bit there, is I want to put myself a border in, but just on this one side. You see, just on this one side. And then around there. And just on that one side. Okay, so I've got a bit of a box there, and this is all completely open. Okay, so I'm going to go in a little bit. I'm going to start at the bottom. What I want to do is I'm going to put myself a loop in, a line and a dot. And then I'm going to do another loop with a line and a dot. I'm going to follow the shape around. Okay, see there, I can't really get one in there, but I can do one here. And that little space there, I'm going to fill with some ink. And then this one, look, is going to go this way. Fill that with ink. And then this way. So, which way your little loops go depends, of course, on your shape. It's going to vary slightly. You want to try if you can. So that they're going to go the same way, that's going to be fine. And just sort of judge it on the shape that you've got there. You know, and you can mix them up a little bit. And into there. And along here. You see? So keep it going. Now here, what am I going to do? I'm going to go round the corner, see? A little bit of ink in there. Around. And then I'm going to finish it off at the top there.
Cup of tea.
Oh, thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome. Hi, guys.
Okay, so see, all the way around. Thank you. Now, up to this, I've got a little bit showing there. You might find that you have, you might find that you don't. So I'm going to fill that little bit in there as best I can. And then here I'm going to fill it with ink. It's not much of a space there, so let's finish it off. Okay. All right, I like it when Leslie's in. She makes me a cup of tea. Tommy does, but sometimes he's a bit busy, he forgets. All right, so that's that bit done. And what I want to do now is I'm going to draw, let's have a look, in between some of them I'm going to put little lines with loops. Lines with loops. So I'm not going to do one here, I'm going to come further down, like, and put some in there. And then a bit further down. So I'm not counting on purpose how many down I'm going. I'm adding a few in just to give it a little bit of interest. See there, I can do an extra one, look, and then maybe a bit there. Okay. And then I'm going to create a new shape from that one. See, follow it round, keeping it quite close as I go. Again, not sort of going in with any sharp edges or anything. Just putting in some little lines. Okay, and in with that one. There we go. So let's do another one. See, this time I can't go in there, so I'm going to leave that and I'm going to go along here. And along we go. In and out. All the way around. And sort of keep it going. Again, I'm not going to go in there. I don't want to go in any of these gaps too much. That's a little bit there. So we've got this. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, so far we've sort of built up this little shape. So I'd like to do now, any little bits I've got here, I'm going to come in, I'm going to sort of fill in those gaps. You see where there's quite a deep, there you go, look, shape. So if you don't have any, then make a few. You can do what you like. And then along here. See, so I've got a couple of areas where I've thickened up the space a little bit. And then I'm going to, again, randomly sort of put in some of those little shapes. Okay, let's have one sort of coming down here. Maybe one there. All right. And then I'm going to follow around that shape again. Along we go. Okay. And around we go. So I keep working it now. Of course, if you get to the little edge in that border, then you can sort of pretend it's going underneath. You can sort of stop and work it round. Okay. And then again, any little spaces, any little gaps, you can come in and fill them in. See, I'm sort of curving them slightly. There you go, look. And a little one there, look. I'm going to do the whole of that one there. And I'm not going to do the whole thing there, I'll just do a little bit of it. A bit there. And then again, find a couple of little spaces and put, you know, just one or two of those in areas. And around. And along we go, see, sort of following it round. Sort of, you know, sort of going with the flow, really. A little bit there. And you're sort of going to be coming now towards the edge. See here, look. There you go. You see, I've actually filled it to the edge, but then I've still got this. So that's okay. I'm going to come in with that one there, look. And fill it in. Let's just go in a little bit more. Okay. And then in this section, I'm going to come in and follow it round. So no more of the little sort of loop shapes. I'm going to put in some little lines. See, if you've got quite a dip, you can fill it in with ink. But for the most part now, I'm going to fill in those last little bits. Okay. So what about around this edge? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my white pen. Starting on the edge there, I'm going to draw myself some little bubbles. I mean little, don't go over the top with these. You see, it's nice and gentle. You know, and going round them a couple of times, it's almost redefining, but it's making sure that that ink in the gel pen is going all the way around it. Just giving it a little bit of a finish edge, really. Okay. So, nice and gentle. And I just also say thank you for watching yesterday, everybody, and I'm so happy that you liked the postcards, I think that's something that I really want to do a little bit more with, so I was hoping that you were liking them. It's just a bit of a different idea, isn't it? And you can work a little bit bigger than a tile if you want to, but you don't have to go as big as a macro. Nice to have options. Okay, see, I'm almost at the bottom there. Now I've got to make a decision, see, because I've got that, I could go all the way down, but I'm not going out. I'm going to leave it there because that part, the border's stopped, you see? Okay, let's put the lid on that. Let's have a little look at this. Okay, and I think I am going to come in and I'm going to put, where I've got that bobble, I'm going to sort of extend it out and create another stripe there. There you are. Rose, yes, that's my intention. There will be other colours. We just thought we'd start with the basics for you. Oh yes, definitely. Sarah and I have been talking about it this morning, actually. Okay. Alright, okay, so far so good. So I'm going to put the lid on both pens now. First things first, I'm going to come in with my regular pencil. Now, because I'm on a dark coloured tile, you're not going to see this as much, and it's going to have a little bit of a sheen because your graphite's going to sort of sit on the surface there. So what I'm going to do is I'm on the inside of that frame, just on those three sides. Okay, there you go. Joe, it's really difficult I'm going to go down there to find anybody that actually does do pastels that I can find. So chances are maybe not, unless I can find a company that do. But I am currently working on a new set of pencils, and you know, they'll be here I don't know, before the summer. Because of course we do a lot of colouring on dark paper and dark colours, so it stands to reason that we need something that's going to make sure we can go over and show up really well on the dark. I know my regular pencils do to a certain point, specifically for darks. Watch this space for them. See, telling you all my secrets. All right. Let's see now. Look, I've sort of softened all that off, blended it in a little bit. Okay, let's have a little look. Oops, sorry, keep knocking that. So let's bring in my white chalk pencil now. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this edge. So I'm following the black line. I'm not overdoing it, look, I'm not putting loads on. I'm following that black line, giving me that shape. Yeah. So let's bring in our clean tortillon. I'm going to come in a little bit, see, and just gently, oh sorry, you can't see that. See, just gently roll it, swirls. You see, it's not travelling too far. I'm controlling it all the way around. You see, I am holding it halfway, okay, just so. I know we spoke about that on the TV yesterday and things, so just sometimes you don't always see that angle. Okay, you see, just softly putting that in. Little bits. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, to have a little bit of gold or silver glitter on and things like that. That would work nicely. Okay. And of course, if you've got a lighter tile and you're not using the white pencil, that's fine. But you would do exactly the same with your regular pencil. You see, you've got a little bit of a glow around there. So back with my white, and what I want to do here is I want to add some. Now I'm going to be a little bit stronger with it, all the way around that swirl. Okay, a little bit there, and then I'm going to go on the other side as well. So I'm going to follow the shape round, So I've got pencil on both sides of the lines where you can see the swirl. You see? And then I'm going around the edge as well. So there's quite a bit of white on there. Okay. And this one. And again, you see? Nice and gently swirl it round. So it's going to go over those stripes, it's going to go over the black pen and the white gel pen. Now usually we would put the white in the middle, you know, we've got all the darkness. We could have actually used the regular pencil to shade this, if we wanted to. But sometimes it's kind of nice to sort of switch it up a bit. Use the white to create the sort of shape there. Okay, so here it's quite close, so I'm not going to swirl too much. It's like I'm going to blend in a little bit there. See, around that edge. And as soon as I've got the space, I can come back and I can go in, add some little swirls there. Back round this way. Okay, ease that in. Okay. Okay, so I've got that little bit of sort of a red with the tile in the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to come back in with my regular pencil. Let's move in. And I want to go around my swirl, but you see I'm on the sort of the outer side of that white pencil. I'm not drawing on the white pencil. Okay. See how it sort of just redefines that line a little bit on the inside. You see? So I can bring in my graphite tortillon. I'm not going to swirl it, I'm going to ever so gently just sort of work it round. See? So I'm not really moving it much, I'm just giving it a little bit of a soften around there. Just go around that swirl. See, let's have a look at that, the difference that makes. You see there? So back with pencil, and I want to redefine this edge of this heart, so I'm going to come in on the outside. See where I've done all those loops? I'll put some there, and then finding my heart here, going, I'm not going all the way around, I'm just going sort of at the sides here, maybe a little bit more there, and then again, not wanting to move it too far. Give it a little bit of a shade in there. See, just go around that one and into this one. Okay. So white pencil. On the edge this, because I've coloured this now, I've got it shaded with grayscale, but I want to add a little highlight to each of those. Same on this side, a little bit of a highlight. And then I'm going to go around, sort of my bubbles here. Okay. So, hopefully clean tortillon, and soften these off. I'm just going to blend them in a little bit. I want to try, if you can, leave a little bit. See? Working that round. There we go. And then here, I'm going to soften that round. Okay. So again, I can be quite sort of liberal with this because we've got quite a bit of space. So going back to my swirls, moving it along, sort of keep it going. And then as I sort of further out, ease off the pressure, because you want to sort of almost merge it into the red completely so it disappears or it sort of blends in. Okay. And softens off all around that edge. Okay. Alright. So let's have a little look at that. Yeah, so far so good. I think, you know, actually I could probably come back in with my black pen. I'm just going to remove that white off that one. Okay. I'm coming back into the middle here. And then what I'm going to do is, you see where I've sort of put that graphite? I'm going to come around over the top of it. I just reckon we could go a little bit darker there. I'm sure we could. Because it's sitting over the top of that graphite. You could actually do it with a black pen as well if you wanted to, or a pencil rather. Just ever so gently coming back over the top. And again, I'm just going to do the swirl in the middle there. I'm not going to do the outside of the heart or anything like that. Around we go. Okay, let's have a little look at that. That's it. And maybe just a bit. Just to, you know, give it that shape still. Just a bit there. Let's see how that's it. I'm happier with that. Okay. Alright, signature. So you can choose to use the black or the white, whatever you want to do. And there's our tile. So, you know, good versus evil, black and white. Angels versus demons. Love and hate, whatever you want to do. But give it a go, have a go, try it in different colours, see what happens. Maybe do it in a white tile with just a red pen, or one of the gel pens or something that look cool. Or do it and colour it in completely. But there we go, number 414 for the day. So have fun with this, and we're going to go back to what we were doing earlier on, and I will catch you soon. Alright, take care everybody, bye.